Hey friends, this is Franny, aka Friend the Human,
Slapper.
and this is Vibes and Delights. This has been quite the fucking week, yeah. So this week, before the tragedy happened, we were supposed to be just having a good positive day because tomorrow, which would be today by the time you're listening, is Trans Visibility Day. And then the tragedy happened on Monday and it was like absolutely wild. You know what I'm saying? Like we were already going to do this and now it's like it's almost it is I don't know, it's like in my brain it feels like almost like this the timing couldn't be perfect. I guess I'm not like I'm struggling to find what I'm trying to say, but essentially I'm just saying like now more than ever we definitely want to hear great positive stories about our trans friends, and that's what we're going to do today anyway. But then in the wake of the tragedy, it's like it's like cosmic. I don't know. It's tragic. It's scary. It's but it's going to be okay. We're here and we're going to survive this. We are resilient and we can and we will prevail. I know it. And one thing that I want to do is stop the I'm so sorry. The dehumanization of our friends. They are people just like you and me, and they just they just don't fucking deserve the fucking abuse that they're getting. Like it is like the amount of anger I have in my body is just disgusting. Like I am feeling this way. Can you imagine what our dear friends are feeling like? I know I need to reach out to a specific person and tell her that I love her and that I'm here for her because I haven't heard from her in a while. Oh, man. I love you guys. I just want to say it if you haven't heard it today. In case nobody told you today, you're special. And I will always love you the same. You're special. I'm so glad that you're still with us. Broken, but damn, you're so perfect now. Just wanted y'all to know that. All right. So, but my day was it I am so tired of traffic. Can we just not have traffic anymore? We need flying hover cars.
You work in insurance and you want people to fly? No.
Never mind. Okay, I give up. We were supposed to have hoverboards already, and it didn't happen. I was just asking. They have hovercrafts. You know, they go in the sand and the water.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Those are pretty cool.
Maybe we could just
Why can't I have some for my feet? I want some Heelys. Okay, I want
hover heelys.
some. They're still Heelys. At the end of the day, they're Hoveelies. The no, I'm gonna workshop that. But so but oh man, I'm just tired of traffic. But mostly I just want to like make you guys laugh today, or just like let's just feel good today. I picked this story out a while ago. It's called, I know we're just jumping in, but we have so many stories. We actually like asked some people in our Discord they to share their stories, and we found as many like positive stories as we could. Nothing like too traumatic or anything, just like general goofballs and like coming out stories and just like feel good stories. That's what we're after today. And we gonna talk our shit, but it's gonna be a good time. We just want this environment to be as positive and as just as genuine and as
It's
possible.
Trans Visibility Day. So
It's Trans Visibility Day, so let's be transparent.
some representation.
Let's get some representation. Let's give some voices. Let's give some voices to our friends. So this one is this one made me giggle so cutely. Anyway, um, a bit of a feel good story as a trans man surrounded by love. And I'm just so feel good. Okay. I'm 17, 18 in April. Hey, Aries, baby. Okay. Aries season. I got my hair did and shit, y'all. Because my birthday is in April. April 17th. Anyway. um 18 in April. And I've been out as Emilio since late 6th grade in 2017. My dad gave me my name and it felt so right. I've never searched for another. Yes. See, when people say, like, whenever you hear like people's parents or the ones that aren't taking it well, they're always like, I wish I could. I'm their mother. I should have a say, in what their name. If you do it right, you can help. If you were supportive, but you are not owed, okay? Like, just to those parents out there or of future trans kids, like, you know what I'm saying? You are not owed, okay? You are not owed. If you have a great relationship, I'm sure they will absolutely include you in their name choosing.
They'll be talking to you about what they're thinking and feeling.
Absolutely.
Before they even know who they really are.
Right.
And you can help them.
Absolutely. So anyway, but I just wanted to say that to those parents out there, you're not owed unless your child decides, because at the end of the day, it is theirs.
At the end of the day, anybody can change their name.
Yeah, true.
To anything.
True.
It's the legal right
true
of the person, and you can't make your child stick with what you chose.
Truth.
Yes. I don't like my name.
It's true. But one day. But okay, so dad gave the name and I've never searched for another. My mom is my best friend and she asks if I need new binders, sticks up for me, takes me to pride marches, and gave me my first outfit out of the male section for the first time in my life when I was 12. Aww. For Christmas this year, for Xmas this year, they legally changed my name. On my high school diploma in 5 months will have my name, and in my hands a certificate I thought I'd miss losing to death due to my mental health over the years. I'm so glad that you made it to graduation, friend. You're doing it big out here. You love it. Every year in school since 6th grade, all of my teachers have been supportive and loving. And I live in Arkansas. Shout out to my English teachers, because the memes are true. If you know, you know. I don't know.
I was thinking like Alabama memes, but that's a different state altogether.
I don't even know. If you know,
let us know.
Let us know. And put it in the live react of the Discord, of course. Put it in the live react of the Discord chat. Yo, she got bores. I like rhyming. It's all about timing. No, okay, I'm done. I've only ever had supportive friends, teachers, and school admins, but of course I've dealt with my fair share of transphobes. But I have such an amazing support system that I've never felt alone in my journey. Dating is whack, not whack. Because I'm a MLM gay trans man, so it's usually straight men. I get it. I end up falling for who say they're fine dating me and calling me their boyfriend, but I always know why. But I will say I have had some beautiful relationships as a trans man, literally only with bi men. I'm so very grateful to be alive and to be out and proud and loved and supported. I have dreams and goals in this cruel world because anything seems possible with a bit of genuine love and from loved ones. I plan to be an EMT and work my way up over many years to be a flight paramedic. 2023 is my year. You damn right it's your year.
You can have it.
You got it. It's yours. Everybody move the fuck out of the way.
Stop.
Emilio coming true. All right, Emilio. Oh my gosh. I just like I'm still like stuck on like dad giving the name. My dad gave me my name. Um who gave you your name?
Pretty sure it was my dad.
Mm.
It's like biblical. Oh, it was my dad because his name is Jonathan, and David is Jonathan's best friend in the Bible. Yeah. So he was like, I want you to be my best friend.
Aw.
But it's kind of fucked up if you actually read the Bible.
Oh no.
So, yeah.
You just said your real name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there it is.
Should we believe it?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure everybody would know the verse anyway.
It's
Well,
a very common name.
oh my gosh. Oh, we'll talk about that another time. There's somebody who kind of haunts my DMs that I haven't responded to in months, who's also named as such. And when he found out that Slappa's name was such, he wrote me yeah, anyway, it was a little uncomfortable. All right, but all right, so next one we're gonna do Slappa's choice. Which one are you gonna?
What's squeaking on you?
What? You're the one who's moving around. Oh, by the way, guys, we got new chairs. We got chairs. We got chairs. Mine is actually supposed to be black and blue because obviously, but they sent me this white and pink one. And I'm just like, at first, I cried big, ugly tears because yesterday was just a miserable fucking day. And it was the icing on the cake. But like, I have one upstairs, so it's not like I didn't get what I wanted. I mean, I have what I wanted, but I wanted it down. I wanted one for the pod, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, as soon as I got done crying about it, I was just like, I'm gonna order a fucking cool, gamer chair cover because Cake is going to destroy this the first chance she gets. I will be very surprised if she doesn't attack this chair. Okay. Like, I feel like she's gonna do it sometime during this time that we're gonna be recording.
You think she's gonna do it right now?
Yeah, I think she's gonna do it in the next couple hours. But it was just icing on the cake. But anyway, I'm gonna buy a cool cover for the chair. And if I'm lucky, maybe I'll get a fucking cool Godzilla one or something. And then I was telling Slap, I was like, it's honestly kind of fitting because like I am like, on the outside, like look at me, like I have Slipknot on, or this is actually my shirt. And like I have like a really darker, like gothy alternative vibe going all the time, you know what I'm saying? And like but I'm actually just like this fucking like cheery like water sprite. I don't know, like just fucking no, I'm a fire sprite. No, I don't know what I am, but I am it. It is I. You know what I am? I'm an eternal flame, baby. You got me every season. Every season. Anyway, but yeah.
Um, Here is my story. After months of self denial, I accepted myself as a trans feminine NB, and all of my friends have accepted me. You read the title.
Okay.
I'm 20 years old, AMAB, and I will be 21 on Monday, and I want to share my excitement. Back in November 2021, I realized that I love cross dressing so much that I wanted it to be a lifestyle rather than a hobby, and I felt like a girl along with being a boy. One of my friends helped me. Wait. One of my friends helped crack me because I have had thoughts of getting top surgery, but not bottom surgery. I discovered I was InB. I nearly cried that day.
Oh.
After that, I denied for months that I was trans because I thought I could only be NB and not MB and trans. I present myself both as a girl and as a guy. But then, June 28th, and it finally hit me. One of my trans friends, female to male, was excited because he was getting top surgery along with someone else who was very close to me. I felt happy for him, And then I thought about my identity again. I realized that I was the only one who could dictate my identity. I also realized that a YouTuber named Connor, she is my inspiration, who identifies as NB and trans, along with using all pronouns. I finally accepted myself as a trans femme girl in that moment, and I told them, and she accepted me along with that trans guy. I then proceeded to tell my close friends this, and they accepted me.
Nice.
So I felt so free here, knowing that I can use all pronouns and present myself how I want to. The only issue is whether or not my parents will. My mom seems more accepting than she used to, along with my brother accepting me as NB. My dad doesn't even know I am yet, let alone bisexual. At least my trends, my at least my friends truly accept me. That's right.
Hey, that's fucking awesome. Oh, dad's religious.
Yeah.
That's okay. Oh, that's really sweet. You know, I've had to have a number of conversations with my mom regarding pronouns and stuff like that. And I always my parents are always like grammar, or not grammar, they're real they were real particular in enunciation and stuff. And I know now that it's probably because they wanted me to be successful in my adult life, you know what I'm saying? But not to say no one else is, you know what I'm saying? But they definitely, I feel like they bought into that aspect of WS, you know what I'm saying? So like but I like
What? You okay?
yeah, I like drooled. But anyway, but like even though I got made fun of a lot by like my cousins, like I made a bunch of videos about it just the other day about like working in a call center and people just not under for some reason being hyper fixated on what the fuck I am, you know what I'm saying? And like I was just like telling her, y'all ingrained this fucking level of like this level of like literacy in me, you know, about the pronouns, you know what I'm saying? About the grammar. Like my parents, I used to bring, I still bring, I brought this up last week. Like my parents were so particular about like spelling and grammar. Like one time I got a 99 on a spelling test, or like a 95, like I got one wrong, and it was the word people. I will never forget how to spell the word people, because PEOPLE, people, because they made me write it 100 times. Like I was
Spell it with two E.
um I spelled it people. I'm pretty sure I like mixed them up, and I wasn't sure. Like I knew it was in a strange place, but I didn't know where. I switched something around. It was either POE or PEPOLE or something like that. But anyway, I got it like just barely wrong. And my parents made me you know, write it out your fucking times. I said I brought it up to my mom like last week, and she was like, "Yeah."
Oh, she remembered that.
Oh yeah. And then like, because I'll never let her forget. By the way, I just love throwing that shit in my mom's face. I'm like, you did this, you know, and she's always like, yeah. I'm like, well, at least thanks for remembering that one. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I was bringing that up though, like, oh, and phone etiquette. My parents were really big on phone etiquette. Like, you had to call the house and be like, "Hi, my name is Slappa. May I speak with Frinny?" And then my dad, and only no, 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 no. Okay, listen. Oops, listen. So, oops, sorry guys, my sister was texting me, but so this is how you had to call my house. Okay, hello, hello, Mr. My maiden name is Williams. Hello, Mr. Williams. My name is Slappa. May I please speak to Frinny? And then my dad, if he liked what you said, would be like, yeah, let me go get her one moment. You know what I'm saying? And then I would answer, I'd be like, hello, this is friend, Frinny. And then my dad would leave me alone. But if you didn't, if you were like, hi, where can I talk to Frinny? Or just be like,
Frenny there.
is Frinny there? Yeah, my parents would hang the fuck up on you. Like they were huge into it. So like I've always answered the phone in such a manner. I guess that's why it comes so naturally to me now, I guess. Wow, that I think about that a lot. But like, but basically my mom, but anyway, I was telling y'all all my random stories because my mom was acting like she didn't understand. And I was like, drop everything, okay? Drop the person, drop like what your feelings are, and let's bring it to a grammatical perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like like you ingrained into me this level of like diction that I have. You ingrained into me this level of enunciation and grammar and everything the fuck else, and my love of words and such. And you're telling me that you don't understand somebody who goes they them. You're telling me that if you can't tell, that you're not going to just refer to them as they. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, make that make sense. And she was like, well, how are you supposed to know? You're who you ask, or you just be polite. Since you don't know, you call them, just like I just did right now. Give me some of them. Give me that one. You know what I'm saying? I want it. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to understand to know how to use it. You know what I'm saying? And my mom, she sat there and she was shell shocked. And I was actually surprised she took it. I was like, I was expecting a fight in which I was just gonna be like, enough, I'm good. Let's revisit this. But she sat there and she took it in, and I was like, okay, okay. You know what I'm saying? I was so proud of my mother. And like, but I'm always ready to fight my parents. It seems like, with the tattoo situation, I came in with a speech, guys.
You ready for
Because my siblings, then when they've done things, they've always never asked for permission. So I came in with a speech ready. Like my sister got a tattoo without our parents' permission, but she was already 18. I don't know what they were on about, but control. Anyway, but my I came in with a speech and I was ready to go. I was ready to plead my case at 22 years old for my first tattoo. And I said I would like a tattoo and here are the reasons why. And I got ready to launch, and then my dad was like, "Okay, babe. What are you going to get?" And I was like, you don't want to hear my pros and cons. Like I had a present. I was upset. But like the same way, like my parents are really honestly have always been accepting. You know what I'm saying? Even when I came out as bi and then pansexual, you know what I'm saying? My mom was just like, that makes sense. And then she called me out on it. Like I said, Holly Berry was hot, like super hot. And my mom was like, you gay? And I was like, no, but I am bisexual. So maybe, yeah, yeah. And I like both. I think I said, yeah, I like both. And she was like, okay, makes sense. And then when I came out as pan, when I was 25 or so, 20, maybe 26 or 27. But when I came out as pan, my mom was like, what does that even mean? And I was like, well, pan in what was it in Latin means all. So I can be attracted to all people or any person, um regardless, if we've got the right vibes going. And then my mom was like, oh, that makes sense. My dad used to ask my sister if she was gay a lot, and I thought that was really funny. But like, it seems like I've always had a pretty decent, peoples around. And then even when my mom was like, I just don't understand. Like, I understand it grammatically, right? Like this was like maybe a few months ago. My mom said this. She was like, how can you feel both? And I was like, well, sometimes don't you feel like wearing dresses and feeling feeling frilly and pretty and, you know, like bubbly, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't you want to feel light and like feminine sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, does that make you feel good? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, well, you know how sometimes you like dressing up in jeans and a leather jacket. Yes, my mom does dress like that. I love my mom. But she does it so classy. I don't know how she does it. She's like grunge. Like she used to come to our like like my band would play and she would come in her jeans and her leather jacket like my mommy be dressing anyway. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you like to be down and dirty in your garden and you don't really care if people see you as anything but as you are, a person who likes playing in your garden. And she was like, yeah, you're right. You're right. And she was like, that makes a lot of sense. And then she even texted me later, and my mom rarely remembers conversations, but that must have stuck with her because she texted me later and she was like, I've been really thinking about what you said, and I really agree with you. And today I feel a little masculine. That's what she fucking said to me, my own mom. I'm so proud of my mumsy. And so blessed. So blessed. But anyway, I'm not even like a religious person, but like sometimes you just know when you've got it good. You know what I'm saying? A bitch is looking. She looking. Anyway. Anyway, I guess I was kind of like I didn't mean to be you know talking about my mom like that, but I'm just like really proud of her, you know what I'm saying? Like because some parents aren't as kind and as understanding as, you know, and some people have it good, you know what I'm saying? And some people are willing to do the work. I think that's really what it comes down
Yeah,
to.
anybody can,
Anybody
but
can.
it really shows who you are when like you won't even try, especially for your kids.
Yeah. Like I even said like my mom, I wrote a detailed like how step by step on how to access Facebook on my mom's laptop. You know what I'm saying? Like back when it was hot in the streets. You know what I'm saying? How to pay her you know bills, how to, you know, do this, that, and the third, how to print something. Like I wrote out detailed things because if she doesn't learn from me, who is she going to learn from? Some fucking psycho
Right.
out on the streets? No, learn it from your own. Teach your fucking kids, and then in turn teach your parents. Y'all should constantly be learning. Nobody should ever be stagnant within themselves. That was a huge philosophy in my father
I
of
feel
my
like that's
father's.
like a problem with a lot of people as they get older, they just won't listen to younger people.
Or that phrase, you can't teach a new dog, or you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Right.
That's a fucking lie.
But like if you were smart, you would realize you're getting older and you're like you're not in it. You're not you don't know what's coming because you're not part of like new things anymore. You're just
Mm,
living your life
yeah.
the way you've been living it.
Yeah.
So if your kids are talking about something happening, you should probably listen
Yeah.
to
Like
try and still
current
keep in
events.
touch
Yeah.
with what's actually happening in the world.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm. I feel like it's and I feel like to the people out there who may not know us well, you know what I'm saying? Um, I'm a huge fan of if it's too hard, let that shit go. You know what I'm saying? If you're constantly fighting for the right and you have a choice, get out of it. You know what I'm saying? If your parents won't even just do the bare minimum and just try,
Right.
you know, like, and then not only that, but like if you don't see them trying, because there's a difference between somebody just saying, oh yeah, I'll stop. Like, oh, I'm not gonna drink water. I'm not gonna drink water ever again. I don't even like water. You know what I'm saying? Like people listen to them and watch their actions too. Watch them try to do the work. And I think that's and I feel like if it's just too hard, just let them the fuck go, okay? And stop fighting for them because they won't fight for you and they're only going to make it rough on you. And but that
Keep doing what you're doing.
just keep doing what you're doing. You will find your
Leave them behind.
community. Leave them
Maybe
behind.
they'll catch up to you one day.
Maybe.
But You're doing something better.
You're doing something better and you're leading the way and you're going to be there at the end of the tunnel one day welcoming the next gen. You know what I'm saying? All I want is for my trans friends to have trans elders. You know what I'm saying? All I want is for my friends to survive. You know what I'm saying? And we are here and we will. Now, on the subject of parents, I actually didn't realize I was going to talk about my mom anyway today, but it's I didn't realize this one was like I realized I knew it was about parents, but like I didn't think about it. So it's honestly like perfect that we were already having this discussion. Yay, look, my brain be braining without me. I'm just along for the
Yeah, you
ride.
just be doing cool shit all the time.
For real, like sometimes I really just feel like I'm just along for the ride. Like my brain is lit like plans.
You're like, oh, we're doing this now?
Oh,
Okay.
okay. For real. But all right, so I broke down and came out to my parents as non-binary trans feminine last night. I was going to post this afterwards, but I was too emotionally and physically exhausted. Also, sorry, this was really long. There's a TLDR at the bottom. I will not. We'll TLDR that at the end, at the bottom.
It's never too
You
long.
bottom, no. I'm sorry. So last night I was talking to my parents about some things that I care really deeply about, but it felt like they didn't care and it was frustrating feeling like I was not being heard or understood. I snapped at them and my dad snapped back and I'm sorry. And then we yelled at each other as I stormed down the stairs to the kitchen. For some context, these kinds of arguments have happened for years. I think somewhere in the I think somewhere in there someone said, "I don't know why you're acting this way." And I just went kind of Jack Nicholson from A Few Good Men with, "You don't want to know why. You are ready to know." And then I just broke down sobbing on the kitchen floor next to the dishwasher. It was that kind of ugly crying where snot is everywhere and you're curled up into a little ball shaking. My mom came over and sat down next to me and started trying to comfort me. And my dad sat on a stool nearby. And I tried so hard not to tell them anything. I wasn't ready. I was supposed to wait until next year, sometime after HRT started, but before it was impossible to hide. But I just couldn't stand hiding it anymore, nor did I really know how to recover from that performance. I will say it never happens when you think it's going to. You know what I'm saying? Like you can plan and plan, but a lot of times,
Aim for the best and expect the worst.
truth, like for example, this podcast, like I was almost ready, you know what I'm saying? And as you've seen, what are we on, episode 7? Like now I feel like we finally reached a place where I think I like what we're making. You know what I'm saying? It's like I've always liked it, but it sounds better, it looks better, and it's getting better.
Yeah.
And like you're never ready, and it just happens and you just fucking roll with the punches. So don't, if it's happening, it's probably happening for a reason, and it's gonna be okay, especially with this like TikTok ban situation. Like we started gradually moving to YouTube, and it was for a fucking reason. It seems like it's cosmic how my brain just does this shit. So after about 20 minutes to a millennia of crying on the floor, it's been 84 years. Oh my God, Slap hates Titanic. Y'all should ask about that in the live react. It's funny. Don't
Rose Dawson.
Wait.
Nah, not with it.
After 84 years of crying on the floor, I just told them I was non-binary trans feminine, and they kind of took it in stride. That doesn't feel like the right phrase, but I mean, they didn't seem to flinch. It's like that anticlimactic, like, here's my fucking spiel about getting a tattoo. Okay, what are you gonna get? I'm non-binary trans feminine. Okay. What? Like, how dare you? Oh, just tell them. Just tell her the truth. Anyway, my mom just kind of said that my mom just my mom
Mama.
my mom just said that that kind of thing didn't matter to them, that they just wanted me to be able to be myself and be happy around them, and to know that their farm and house would be a safe place for me, which kind of relates back to why I had snapped earlier. And I think that just made me cry more. Yes. Because you are your worst enemy. If you I bet you they were just like, oh, what if they do this? What if they do this? What if they do this? I almost talked myself out of like applying for a job earlier. This person has been talking themselves out of telling their parents, you know what I'm saying? Even
Really
if
easy
they
to
had
do.
even if they had a plan, they talked themselves into that
I
when
mean,
they
I
could have done it.
I'll talk myself out of stuff or like overthink and like I don't know, kind of play conversations in my head how I think they'll go, and then I'll just like keep thinking like, oh, it could go worse, and oh, it could go even worse than that. Like, what if it gets terrible and they hate me now?
Mhm.
I don't even
Mhm.
want to talk about it.
Mhm. Yesterday in one of my videos, I was talking in my yesterday's Reddit Rainbow, which I think posted today, which is Thursday. Anyway, on the last Reddit Rainbow, I was like, are people allergic to communication? And I'm just like, if you stop talking yourself out of it and you just like spill your guts, that's honestly how I started just blurting out the truth. Like I'm afraid of it, but what's the worst going to happen? We're either going to talk it out or it's going to be really bad and then it'll be over eventually. And like um obviously pick and choose when you do this, but at the same time do it as often as you know you can. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody hurt your feelings, like somebody did that at work. Like I told you my secret Santa story at work. And she said something about she doesn't believe in mental health because I am bipolar and have anxiety and depression and everything the fuck else, and PTSD.
Shout out mental illness.
Shout out mental illness. But ooh, but but she was like, she doesn't believe in that. You know what I'm saying? And it was like the dumbest shit ever. And I wasn't going to say anything, but I just took the jump and I was just like, why did you say that to me? That hurt my feelings. And she was like surprised I even said anything. And then she tried to backtrack and whatever, but I was ready for her because in my mind, as I was overthinking about all the ways it could have been wrong, when I blurted it out and things started happening, I was already thinking about what could have happened, and I was prepared. You know what I'm saying? And that's like years and years of overthinking. I knew what she was going to ask and I had an answer ready, even though I was seething and afraid because it's the first time I've said something directly to somebody at my job place, because I always tried to do it quietly behind closed doors, but she said it publicly and I'll fucking say it back publicly. And I know that's hard to get to, but the faster you start doing it, the easier it becomes, especially if you just keep taking the jump at all times. You know what? I actually don't want it that color. You know what? I actually would like honey mustard,
Right,
you
just
know,
little thing.
just little things like, oh, are you sure? um I wanted this media, like, food all the time, people. But like for real though, like, just little things, guys. That's all I'm trying to fucking say, guys. Is just like, you're overthinking how the conversation's going to happen. If you blurt it out, it will actually start happening and you will be more prepared than you think you will be, especially if you think like I do. Like, apparently I run on autopilot like 98% of the time. But I'm just saying, like, so many things like become so much easier, talking to fucking nurses and shit and making appointments and telling someone that your glasses just don't really feel right and making them make it fit. You know what I'm saying? Like Like my glasses are thick as fuck, but I spent a pretty ass penny on this car and I just wanted them perfect and they mostly are. I hope they can still use my glasses because these frames were so expensive, but they were completely paid for by my old insurance. And gosh, I don't want to get rid of my lenses because they're like the transitions.
Mm.
Oh gosh, I'm so nervous about the appointment. But you know what? I'm gonna go.
It'll just be a normal
I'm gonna
eye
go.
appointment.
It's gonna be a normal eye appointment, nothing that they can't handle because I'm a very polite person. I just, you build yourself up and stuff. If you just come out with it, just come on out with it. Anywho, I'm sorry, guys. But, again, take that with a grain of salt because you know these situations better than I ever could. Okay. All right. Anyway, like, I had so the OP just told the parents and the parents took it in stride and said that their house would always be a safe place for them. Like I had not really expected support so easily. I thought it would be more shock and awkwardness, but now I'm the one being awkward because I don't really know how to be out around them. I've spent so many years keeping this buried down and hidden from my family. I almost don't know how to not do that. I've had panic attacks about coming out to my family, and I've been terrified that I would lose access to these places that mean so much to me. What I say, what I say. I think my body in the moment just couldn't handle the waves of emotions. So while I was amazed that they were so accepting of me, the only emotional response I could have was to cry. Anyway, I apologized profusely for yelling and sobbing snot all over the floor, and they said it was all right. They accepted my apology, and then they made me some tea. It's not hot leaf juice, okay, Zuko? No. So I guess it went well. Of course it did. It sounds like it was a fabulous experience. Not the way I wanted it to go down at all. Again, it never fucking does. But the proverbial cat is out of the proverbial bag now. So now I have to figure out what comes next. You know what comes next? You know what comes next?
Life.
Life.
Yeah.
Every day comes next, because like you're gonna like start testing your waters. You're gonna just like do little things here and there, and then you're gonna do them all the time, and then it'll just be normal again. And you also like, I wonder, do they like come like dress out, like when they're not around their parents, do they dress the way they want to?
Well, yeah, that's probably the main
Just like
scary part.
I would say like just like pretend, like act like you're out and about. You know what I'm saying? Like this is how I would act in front of a stranger. You know what I'm saying? And like test the waters. Test them.
Show them who you are.
Show them who the fuck you are. Something I hear often about parents like this week uh this person was talking about how they be fighting with their daughter, and like how you don't you oh keep your sons are better than daughters. And I was like, I just know she used to box with her mama, you know what I'm saying? And like, why though? She was black, and I was like, probably because her mom used to box with her mom, and so on and so forth. And it's just a really tragic, cycle of generational trauma due to the fact that it's a strong black woman stereotype. That's what it is. Because they strong black woman stereotype stems all the way back to like slavery, right? Where they were um dehumanized by the people who stole them, said that they were doing these crazy dances. They were doing sexual dances when they were just dancing their tribal, dances. And that gave them the excuse that, oh, because they dance like that, that means that they're more saying that because they used to do those dances, that means that black people were promiscuous, and that's why. And they were asking for it essentially. So they dehumanized black women and men, to to excuse the abuse of their bodies. You know what I'm saying?
And
And what?
they dehumanized them and said black women weren't even women; they were just female, and they were stronger. They were strong enough to just do all this.
They were strong enough to endure it. And that like that whole mentality of um you acting fast is because they used to prey on us, and some people were toxic enough that they gaslit people into believing that, you know what I'm saying? And they did. And then so you have like the white people calling black people like sluts and little gals and whores and little girls and stuff like that, the just dehumanizing and been demeaning as fuck, because of the fact that they saw some dances, you know what I'm saying? And then so you progress from them asking for it because of how they dance. That's just how they are. That's just their nature. To them, just like, oh, I'm only doing this because I need to cater to her needs or whatever bullshit like they used to tell their wives. Oh, she's this is nothing because she's a slave anyway. She doesn't feel it anyway. You know, the doctor of gynecology, the you know, the father of gynecology, he said that women can't feel it, black women especially. But then he went on to say that no woman can feel any of it, like the horrific procedure that they do to put in your like whatever the thing is for. Yeah, I've never had one because it sounds scary. But like, you know what I'm saying? Because they swore that they couldn't feel anything. They couldn't feel anything. They thought black women couldn't feel anything. And then they thought that all no one could. You know what I'm saying? That all comes from the same place. The little girls being fast, that all comes from the same place. And so you're telling your little kid that they're fast. You're telling your kid that she can't be wearing these clothes. Why can't you just tell your kid that they're beautiful? Why can't you just tell your kid that, you know, how to dress good for their age? Like, I have my daughter wears bell bottoms and high low tees, you know, high low shirts. You know what I'm saying? She's a whole vibe. And I don't tell her that she can't wear high lows and leggings. You know what I'm saying? Because no, I tell her she looks cute as fuck. And that's some shit that mommy would wear. You know what? In fact, let me change clothes. I'll wear something high. I'll wear a high low and some leggings too. You know what I'm saying? Stop fighting with these kids and saying it's because they have a bad attitude. Oh, and last thing, and I'll get off of this. But but the where'd she get that attitude from?
You?
You.
What do you think?
Anyway, but it's a long sordid history, and this is no different. It's just so tragic that, you know, people can't just be themselves and just but you got it. Little by little every day. OP, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Good comments on that one.
Let's see. I bet they're happy to finally know what's up. Ooh, big facts. I bet you the parents have been wondering what's been going on for years, if I'm being honest. Because you'll be surprised how much you pick on as a parent, like from experience. Like one time my daughter, oh, absolutely. Like one time my daughter was just like acting out. She was just not, I don't know. We like don't fight, but like she was just okay, like get an attitude with me and stuff. I'm just like, babe, what's going on? Are you tired? Are you hungry? You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I get like this when I'm tired and hungry, you know what I'm saying? And then she just started crying and said that she didn't have a good day at school and that she was really tired. And I was like, well, are you hungry? You want a snack? I'll give you a snack. She didn't want a snack. She wanted to go to bed. And I was like, you can just go to bed, you know. You can just tell me. You don't have to stay up, you know. And she just like cried and said she wanted to go to bed. And then I tucked her in bed. And that was the end of it. You know what I'm saying? Just ask. And but you know how it is. Sometimes it's hard, but parents always know. Whether
Sure.
They should always know. Um, as a parent, I can tell you that nothing is more important to me than that my children feel safe and loved. There may be some pushback later, there may not, but keep reminding your parents about what they said to you. Also, congratulations. I'm glad you came through safe. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Oh man. People also, if I may, just between us, I'm actually excited for the teenager part because I feel like I understand those emotions better than like random kid emotion, you know what I mean? Like but at the same time, like I think it's because I over explain to the kids a lot, why they feel the way they do. Like, sometimes I'm just like, well, like whenever you are ADHD um or whenever you're like depressed or like so like I go way deep into it because my parents did, and then over time I understood, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, maybe, but anyway, but as they get older then I can talk to them better, and I feel like I've always talked to my kids the same way, and I guess you really should talk to them that way. You should talk to them like people. You shouldn't, like, sometimes, like, yes, I put everything in a way that they understand it, but I do often like go way overboard when I do it. But when they get older, I won't have to like dance so much. I can like outwardly say it.
Yes. All right, this is just
Okay. We have like the like the car, like the road map mat like that we all had as kids, and on our floor. And I guess Cake has,
hey,
I don't know.
she
She's
is
like going
she's
in.
trying to get under it.
I think she wants out my chair because she abuses my chair upstairs, like abuses it. I know she's just waiting to dig her. She's waiting to dig her meaty claws into my
She
chair.
has dainty claw. Okay.
Remember on Daria with the madrigal, like the madrigal episode? There's like the Canterbury Tales, and she was like, I will pick a dainty flower. I don't fucking know. Whatever. I totally lost traction.
I
I will, and
forgot.
like I think she said I will pick a dainty flower from the garden. But then she was trying to like use different like um emphasis on I will pick a dainty flower. Anyway, fuck y'all. Y'all don't know things. I know everything. Hi, can I have some happy trans girl stories? Yes, okay.
So this is just people's commenting their different stories. So we'll just read a couple.
This one says 1 year ago, no boob. 1 hour ago, boob. I love it. I fucking
It's
love
so
it.
good.
I know, right? Aw, I'm so happy. More boob.
Good
More
ending.
more boobies. What the,
Boob.
oh my gosh.
All right, this next one. Halloween 2018. Newly out me had everything set up. I wanted this to be recovering childhood, but also part of my teenage years. So my plan was to go for candy with my dad and then to school, go to, I guess, a school party.
Get together, maybe.
Okay. Now, I don't really like Halloween if I'm 100%. Who are you? Who doesn't like Halloween?
Dang, that escalated so quickly.
Oh, okay. It is kind of an American thing.
Oh, okay, I get it.
I see it as an American tradition. I got upset. It's
Right.
my favorite holiday.
You like it because it's your birthday.
It's not my birthday.
Well, I mean, it's nearby.
I see it as an
Mhm.
American tradition, not native to here. But I won't waste my fun over those ideals as a 16-year-old girl who also has to recover her childhood. No hormones or anything, but I dressed up as a princess. We collected lots of candy and suddenly found a bunch of teens my age dressed up as princes and princesses. But the AMAB people had princess dresses and the AFAB ones prince disguises. My dad and I looked at each other and approached. They weren't trans, just a bunch of gender non-conforming people having fun for Halloween. We went together in our hunt for candy. It was fun. I arrived at the party just in time and found myself a surprise. The whole thing was set up for me, and I was received as Princess Ignacia of the Trans Dynasty, following her reign over the school name Kingdom. And everyone bowed, and I swear I was never happier.
Ooh, you remember that episode of Adventure Time when
Oh, Princess Cookie?
Princess Cookie, that's
episode.
all they ever wanted. Man, and then when they got the crown at the end and everybody started bowing at them. Princess,
Yes.
princess. Also, I think that's one of the first shows that like cuz like King of Ooh was like Princess King of Ooh, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody wants to be a princess. I never wanted to be a princess. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't want to be in those giant ass dresses. I wanted to be a prince in some frilly and those tights because I just know those tights were comfy. You know, like just like your balls, like just like gently grasping, like just.
I've never worn like something tight that actually felt good on my balls.
Well, you like my TikTok leggings.
Yeah, but they don't like
I guess they don't
covet
grasp.
it or anything. They're
Yeah.
just comfy, you know?
Why don't you make that? Why don't you make well, I guess they make them. They're like real thick ass tights, like for dancers.
Thick ass shake. Then my trans mask classmate appeared. He was
A wild classmate appeared.
he was the king of the kingdom, and everyone had to serve him. It was all medieval themed, and it was awesome. How?
No, medievally themed.
Medievally? Quit making fun of him.
That's what you, but you didn't say it. You said medieval themed. No, it was medievally.
How TF did you know I was going to dress up as a princess, though? I asked. Basic logic. That's what little girls like you constantly say you wanted to recover your childhood. So we used our collective 2 brain cells and Manuel's 5 brain cells and managed to figure it out. That's cute.
But Manuel, why does he have all the brain cells?
He's smart. Guy got it going on.
Oh my life. Someone else said the same thing.
They talk about yeah, Manuel was the smart guy of the classroom. So we often joke about the entire classroom having to share 2 brain cells, except for him, who has 5 for himself. As part of our 6-month reunion, we really missed each other, so we said fuck it to waiting 10 years. Manuel commented he's top of his class in uni as well.
Yo.
Which is impressive because he took a really hard career path, astronomy.
Whoa.
It was always his passion, though, so it makes sense. A girl joked that apparently 5 brain cells wasn't enough for this guy. He has a whole 20. Manuel joked, nah, I still have 5. It's just that my classmates in uni have 4.
I fucking love it.
Manuel.
Manuel. It's like Ryan. Manuel. Oh my god, I want to see Manuel in the live chat, in the live react chat. I fucking love it. Also, my dad was way into astrology, like a lot.
Astrology or astronomy?
Astronomy with the planets, right? Astronomy.
I mean, they're both with the planets.
Man, if you don't get the fuck up on my dick, what's the difference, dear? I would actually like to know. Actually, now, like I said it like condescendingly, but then I was like, wait, I actually do.
You know, you should probably just look that up because I'll say it though. But it's like astronomy is like studying the stars, like physically, and astrology is
the
studying
stories,
the movement of the stars or the relation. I don't know.
Huh. Very interesting. And yes, I will look it up. The movement, though. That's what my dad was into. I'm looking it up though. astrology versus astronomy. Astronomy is the study of the universe and its contents outside the Earth's atmosphere. Astronomers examine the positions, motions, and properties of celestial objects. Astrology, sorry guys, astrology attempts to study how those positions, motions, and properties affect the people and events on Earth.
See, I said it dumb.
No, I think you said it great. No, but my dad was into astronomy then. He like knew when certain things were going to be near, and
Comments and
yeah, and
eclipses.
he like his one of his my dad had a mini a dream, right? He wanted to be a pilot. He wanted to study weather. He wanted to be a weather chaser. You know what I'm saying? Um, so many things he didn't get to do. He died right before his 50. I'm not good at math, guys, but he died right before his like 54th birthday, I believe. But yeah, he wanted to go to New York on New Year's, like, you know, things like that. Anyway, it's all right. I'm sorry. Anyway, but like, I just like have always just enjoyed the like the cosmos. You know what I'm saying? And like, I don't want to like say it like that. I like the fact that it's so vast and I am so tiny. You know what I'm saying? I like knowing that. I don't know, it like feels weird that it's not just me out here. Like it's not just us out here. Like there's more and there could be more.
It's like
There's
this isn't
bigger
really happening.
things. Yeah, like there's bigger things literally. You know what I'm saying? And like I've always like enjoyed like watching the moon and it's like and her various states, you know what I'm saying? Like I used to track what time it is by the moon. I'm not even gonna lie, like I knew it was time to go in, like by where it was in relation to our roof.
But that changes.
It does. Like right now, if it's about 7 or 8, like right now, by the time we finish this and go outside, it'll be past the roof. But in the summer or in the winter, it'll be like I think it's like 1 is when it finally hits.
Oh, so that's
Yeah. And then like but it's so weird, but that's how I tell time sometimes. But like I don't know, my dad wanted
smartphone. A moon.
but like my dad really wanted like a good fancy telescope and he tried. Like one time he bought like a $300 telescope and it was good, but like we didn't know what we were looking at, you know what I'm saying? And then I don't know, sometimes I kind of wonder. My dad had spells, like, you know, he would be way into something and then he would let it go and then he'd bring it back up when he heard some news about it, because like he was always plugged into things that he liked, you know. Oh, there's gonna be a meteor shower, you know what I'm saying? Like I need a better telescope, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you know, stuff like that. But anyway, I just think it's really cool that this Manuel with his 5 brain cells is doing astronomy. Anyway,
Okay, read it.
oh what? Oh, okay. I was laughing at their like tag. It said professional idiot, and I was like, yes, I like that. But okay, so it says this is one of my favorites that I love telling people. I was questioning for many years before I did some research on being trans, and after a very long and sleepless night, my egg cracked in a concentrated explosion that left fragments of eggshells everywhere. Everywhere. Naturally, since I was running on exactly 0 hours of sleep, literally, I was a little on the loopy side. And as a result, I thought it would be a fun idea to come out to my mom in an interesting way. So later on that evening, after going out for lunch with my sister, who has been openly pansexual for years and was immediately supportive when I told her, I burst through the I I burst through the door into the room my mother was in and yelled, "Mother, I am gay and also a woman." Then I turned on my heel and walked out of the room before she could say anything.
That just blurted out like
It just blurted out. I did have a proper conversation about it later that night, and she's been supportive. But every time I think back on that moment, I can't help but laugh. And also a quote from months later, me standing on an armchair. This person sounds like a wonderful person to be
they're
around.
professionally.
Yo, I
They're
swear.
good.
Is this the same person who stands up in the toilet to make their mother-in-law freak out? You remember that? Like, I do weird poses because my mother-in-law keeps coming in the bathroom. But
All I can think of standing in the toilet was wrong.
oh, we have a fabulous picture of our daughter in
It's
a
the picture
toilet.
that's going in the yearbook.
It's
That kind of picture.
yeah, it's like and you know what? Like I was never ashamed of any of those photos when I was a kid. I hope that our children are equally as proud as their dumb photos as we are. Ooh, I'll show you. Y'all have seen Baby Frenny. How about this? How about we show you baby toilet baby.
Toilet baby.
And no, please. No, we'll show you our daughter who was standing in the toilet because we introduced the idea of potty training to her. And baby slap.
Still have that picture?
Of course, I still have that fucking picture.
You
I'm going to
own
keep
it.
that picture for the rest of my life. Also, a quote from a few months later, me standing on an armchair in our living room, striking a dramatic pose. Is this me? Hold on. No,
You would
but
not be on a
no,
in your
but
mom's house.
but I definitely would like put my foot up on something and just be like that's definitely some shit that I would do in public, not inside my mother's house where I would literally die if I ever put anything, if I ever put my foot on anything above the floor or the bed that or like something that is meant for a foot, and it better not have no fucking boot on it or anything. Like it's socks and skin, socks and skin. Like you remember like boots and cats and socks and skins and socks and skins, socks and skins. Anyway, I'm a I am a person. I'm a grown woman. I am. All right. Also, a quote from a few months later, me standing on an armchair in our living room, striking a dramatic pose. Mom, I'm gay. My mother almost immediately, that's great, honey. Now get off the furniture. It's funny. I think my mom would just look at me. She would just be like, and I'd be like, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, that was hilarious.
I am more or less a year into this new apartment, and living here is the time I truly recorded as transition time. I began 6 months before, but could only set full sails as I set foot here, free from my family and together with my now wife, 9 years girlfriend at the time, with all docs changed, supportive job, laser almost concluded, and 6 months of HRT. I found myself cleaning my house, making dinner for my wife, and doing my religious stuff. I like this place so much, feeling everything that matters to me is here. And I am the woman of the house, as my mother and grandma were before me. I mean that quite literally, as I look at the mirror and see only a woman clearly descended of those two,
Mm.
and fairly similar to my sister physically. I have not heard him for a year. I have not been called any name besides my true name for a year.
Mm.
Sometimes me and my wife even forget I was so different a year ago. No one in the neighborhood knows. Thanks to COVID, I have been home most of the time I didn't pass, and now they see us as the girls of the building, the lesbians of the complex. It is so odd to feel such peace finally. As I find the happiness of simple things I never really looked at, I picture more and more future for me, so close to what the women before me had. family, children. The only difference is that I do not have a man by my side, but my best friend, the woman of my life. But besides this flavor, it's quite the same. I think I found my personal happiness. Well,
And this person says, "This is so cute. I'm fucking crying." Oh, crybaby head. No, I'm kidding. All right. I would like to read one of our people's stories from our Discord. So in our Discord, Slop said, "Hey guys, this week's episode we want to showcase trans stories. This week's episode we want to showcase trans stories. So if anyone has a story of your trans experience and you'd like to share, we'd love to hear from you." And so in our beloved story time, we have one of our own. It's not much of a story, but I can tell you about discovering my agenter identity. By the way, I did ask everyone if it was okay, and we got the okay is okay. One of my close friends is a trans man. He lived with us for a little bit. One day, we're both sitting on the front porch, vibing and poking at our phones. A video by the amazing Robin Rambles comes up and is discussing their gender identity and was like, "No one ever told me there was an opt out button." My eyes became dinner plates. The video finished. I looked over at my friend and I was like, "Why in the fuck did you never tell me there was an opt out button? I've literally told you I would be unfazed if I woke up tomorrow and had a dick." And he just I'm sorry. I cackled. I fucking screamed when I read that. I hollered. It was so funny. Leave me alone. I just thought it was so cute.
it is. But that's why representation matters.
That's why representation
People don't
fucking
know
matter.
what they're feeling is a thing until they see, oh, is that what I've been feeling? So tell your story.
Tell your stories. The next one is called, or the next, I guess, thread is it? Is it a thread?
Yeah.
Any funny or happy transition stories? This person says, "I just read the last one."
Oh, you did. Hey. They said they got two. All right. First one. I came out to pretty much everyone on National Coming Out Day last year. I'm in college and had already been changing my appearance drastically before that point, so it was pretty obvious to most what was going on. Most of the people in my school are from California and are pretty accepting. Anyway, one of my coworkers slash classmates sent me a text sometime in late October. She asked me what my size was. I can only assume she was asking, but because she was ordering the club shirts of the club we were both part of. So I let her know my shirt size. To my surprise, she walked into class on Monday with a whole bag of clothes and gave them to me.
Oh.
She said that she figured my wardrobe was probably still a bit small at this point and wanted to help me get more variety in it. It took everything I had not to break down in tears in front of the whole class. Another fun one for me happened early in my transition before National Coming Out Day. Sometime last September, I had
September.
I had just started presenting how I am fully. I was at work on campus during my evening shift when a girl I had met the week prior and I saw a few times before that walked in. She sat down across from me and we started talking about classes and whatnot. At some point, when it was only the two of us in the room, she says, "Can I ask you a question?" Internally, I started sweating bullets because I knew exactly what the question is going to be. She would also be the first one to ask it since I changed my appearance. I say, "Sure." She then asks, "Are you trans?" Automatically, in the smallest voice I didn't even know I had, I reply, "Yes." She then says, "Me too." My
Oh.
brain basically just grinds to a halt because that was the last thing I would have predicted she'd say. All that comes out of my mouth is a really cute and stupid "Aw," and she laughed. We became friends pretty quickly, and she helped introduce me to the queer student union on campus. That's so
Yo.
good.
Aw. Y'all are cute. Y'all are cute turd nuggets.
No, not JB.
Oh, what's that song called? Licking Glass or the Window
The
Licker?
window liquor.
That song is actually fucking lit.
It gets lit.
It gets lit. It's
It gets
true.
there.
Like when you're about fucking finished, it like smooths out and you're just like, oh, was it worth it? I'm not sure,
Kind of.
but kind of. Hmm. At about 4.5 months, I went on T. I went to visit my grandmama who lives on the other side of the country with my sister. At some point, we made a stop to get coffee at some roadside stop shop. I went to the counter and said, "One medium coffee, please." Upon hearing this, the girl behind the counter started laughing and said, "I thought you were going to say a medium beer." And I was caught off guard by this. And while laughing, said, "It's a bit early for that, isn't it?" That this banter continued for a bit until I got my coffee and we said our goodbyes. Only when I got outside did I realize that she saw me as a guy based on the way she interacted with me and with a guy old enough to drink, which is 18 plus here. I was so happy about it that I wrote it down and saved it on my phone because up until that point, I wasn't sure if I passed. And besides that, I thought it looked like a 15-year-old boy when I'm actually 21.
Or she was flirting with you.
And now that you mention it, that very well could be possible. Oh no, OP. Dang. Oh my gosh, that reminds me of this TikTok I saw. It's probably been over a year probably now. Sorry, my knee hurts. Oh my god, and everything just popped. Oh, my upper and lower like pelvis, like my thighs, my like knees, like everything fucking popped. Anyway, oh yeah, I was gonna say, like, so I saw this TikTok and it was like a trans man and he was like, he was so cute. He was like, "You guys, it finally happened." And I was like, "What, babe? What happened? Like, tell us what happened, friend. What happened?" And then apparently they were like walking out of a grocery store and they had their cart, they were pushing their cart to their car. And some other dudes were like, "Oh," like taking the cart, like, "Oh, I got your cart." And at first he got like really pissed and he was like, "What the fuck, dude?" And then he was like, he realized that they were messing with him, like one of the guys. And that's when he realized that he passed and he started crying. And I was like, it's fucking amazing. It's great. Oh,
All right, another one.
another one.
Another one. This one's just a little joke. My mom told my grandma that I was trans femme. So my grandma told my grandpa, "I bet you $100 you can't guess how many granddaughters we have." I'm pretty sure he lost the bet.
Dang. And them old heads be having that money too. Dang, I bet you he'd big upset about that, bro. That's hilarious. Mhm. And I'll do one more too. Early on in my transition, I complained to my mom about how a bra I fit weirdly, and I didn't know it was a push-up bra when I bought it. And she laughed and told me that she had the same experience when she was young. And I feel like that was the first time we really bonded specifically as mother and daughter. I love that. Now that you've mentioned that, now I'm excited to have that interaction because I remember the first time I complained to my mother about taking my bra off. I was like, I would like my mom and I used to do like shopping sprees, like she and I on Saturdays. And uh every evening after, we had a good girls' night out, or girls' day out, girl time. and we would get ready to probably go have dinner with my dad or something, right? Because daddy just left us to our own devices. He was just like, just come get me for dinner. Damn, like,
Leave me alone. Just
yeah,
come back when it's time to eat.
yeah. And then we would go somewhere and eat. And then like I remember one time I was I was just like, you know what I'm talking, if you know, you know, like you're just scratching, and you're just like, oh, the like a sigh of relief. And then my mom was like, oh yeah, it is the best. And I was like, yeah. Oh man. Also, I like I think it's so cute when like my my ladies come up to me and they ask me about like bras and like my experience with them. And like I'm always just like, just do your best, just keep your head up, just keep your head up. It never gets better. Just let them free, just let them be free, you know what I'm saying? But like I just think it's cute whenever they complain about like I don't want to put a bra on today. I just, y'all are fucking cute as fuck anyway. Cause it's like they're experiencing like a second puberty, I guess. Like they really are, like, you know, and like it's just like I'm so happy and like I'm so sad for you. Like, cause I know you be crying at them sad movies.
Did you
I
be crying?
I know I be crying at them sad movies, but it is just like a new, it's like it's so intense though. Like I don't know. It's just like after I don't know, like after I became pregnant, you know, for the first time, like I like when I like I don't know, it's just like I guess that was like peak peak like hormones for me, I guess maybe, but like when but they're so new to it. Like I like I've always been like this. So like I was just full of this shit, you know what I'm saying? I was crying all of the time. I was tired of crying. I was crying because I was tired of crying. Oh, crying so much. Like oh man, y'all are so fucking cute. Or like I don't know. I don't know. I'm just so happy that I hope that this made y'all smile today. I hope that this made you smile. I hope that this was something much needed in a fucking dark place that we are right now. But you know, it's always darkest before the dawn. And I really it can't rain all the time. I said it. I said it. Slappa says that shit all the time, and I get so fucking mad. If you didn't know, that's from this movie called The Crow, and I fucking I I want to fucking hate that movie so much, but I love that movie, and I think it's because I wore it out myself. You know, I wore it the fuck out.
She showed me that movie. It's so bad.
No, David, it's a cult classic.
Yes, it is.
It is a
And
cult
it is
classic.
bad. Okay, guys?
It's Twilight. It's Twilight.
It's like
It's
so
a better
bad.
love story than Twilight.
It's so bad. It's hilarious, which makes it a good movie.
Oh my, but some, oh man, I used to, oh man, we had so many, like whenever we would go out, like we had different phrases that we would say. Like sometimes we would be like chocolate, right? But sometimes we'd be like fire it up, fire it up. Yeah. And then we take the shot, and like we always chose the ones that made everybody join with us, like people.
Yeah, if you need a good night and you haven't seen The Crow, you know,
I think my
vibe
favorite,
out
yo,
and watch The Crow one time.
I feel like my favorite, like, my favorite line, it's so fucked up. I'm so sorry, guys, but I don't know. It's just the way he said it. It's so fucking hilarious.
Delivery.
Yes,
You
it's
know how
so
like guys would be like a bad actor in a whole show, but then they do that one line, and it's like you must have auditioned for that line. That you landed that.
oh my gosh. Like it's when I can't remember any of their fucking names now, but like the bad guy, he like shoots the crow and knows he's weakened, and he was like, oh, like he's like, you know, taunting him essentially, and he's just like, here, I'll give you a demonstration or something. I'm paraphrasing deeply, guys, deeply. He's like, here's a demonstration. Bah! He's like, ka ka, boom, fuck, I'm dead. And I was like, I'm like, what is that? Like, he was so vicious about it.
It's just one of those lines. It's like in RoboCop.
Oh
Like after
no.
he busts in, he's like, bitches out, and they try to be so serious. It's just
Oh gosh. Oh man. But I just hope anyway, but like it can't rain all the time, guys. I brought that up because it can't. There's no way. And Slappa says that to me all the time, just because it's sometimes it's really hard to see it when it's dark. And yeah, even if it's dark as fuck out here, we're holding hands together. You can squeeze my hand, squeeze it, firmly grasp it. You know what I'm saying? So, take a deep breath, guys. Take your time. You don't owe anybody anything, you know. But something that I've been doing for just probably since 2022, probably since the beginning of the year. I just not probably before that, I don't even know. But anyway, basically, if you see someone being hateful to you, fucking just delete their shit, delete their comments, report that bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't respond to them just because they are fucking. I'm not trying to say like because they are miserable, but and they are, you know what I'm saying? But they're going to continue to make themselves miserable. They're so miserable, they tried to project their misery onto you, and when you gray rock them, they're still going to be miserable, and you're going to be living rent free in their head forever. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't give them the response that they wanted. And I'm not saying do that all the time. You know yourself better than I ever will, but I'm just saying, like, choose your peace. And I think this is the time, and I think this is if, like, I've been saying recently, I'm sorry sweetie, but I've been saying recently, if they haven't fucking figured it out now, I don't think they fucking will.
right.
This is the time. This is it for me. This is it. If anybody tries to say any fucking bullshit right now, knowing about the gravity of what they're saying about our trans friends or the trans people out there who are just living, any rhetoric you are spewing, the shooter is dead. You know what I'm saying? You're only saying it now to hurt the people who are still here to hear it. Yeah. So I just don't believe you. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if your parents, if you like come out, like be around people who want to be around you, and like if they want to, they will. If they want to, they will. And if they haven't figured it out by now, if they haven't seen it all of the fucking signs, all of the fucking everything, the fucking gross fucking things that they're saying about all of our friends, the legislations that they're passing, the the dehumanization, it is it's it's here, and now is your time to either fix it and change and do better, as you should. As a human, you should always be learning and doing better tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? If you're not fucking doing that, I don't know what to fucking tell you. I don't know what to tell you anymore. So I say that this whole tragedy is gonna be good for one thing. We're gonna know now forever where you stand. You know what I mean? And if you're not actively trying to do better and we can't see you getting better, you don't deserve my time or space anymore.
At this point, anybody who's still transphobic and trying to fight you, like, don't, these people just want to argue. They're not ever going to listen to you. It's a way, like, a lot of people like to argue semantics with these kind of people, but it's 2023.
And what is the point of playing devil's advocate?
Yeah, if you're still on that side of the fence, who needs you?
Also, I blocked someone that I considered someone a decent friend because all they ever did was be the devil's advocate. Yeah. You don't have to be. You don't have to do that.
Not do that.
Like, if you just want to debate and like want a healthy debate, just say that. Yeah. You don't have to be, I'm going to play devil. No, you're not. Blah, 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 blah.
Not today, devil's advocate.
Blah. Buster. But nah, I'm just saying, you guys, like, it's always darkest before the dawn. I feel like this is the now to really see and really pay attention and really take it for what it the fuck is, and stop trying to talk yourself out of it. See it for what it is. If even if, like, because I constantly talk myself out of everything. Okay. Like I said, I applied for a job. I talked myself out of it twice and then said, worst case scenario, if I get in an interview, I can ask questions about it so I know better what I'm like striving towards, what steps I need to be taking to get there, because I do want to get there. But then I was also like, what if I do get there? What happens next? And then people were like, Freddie, are you good, bro? Like, no, son, I'm not okay. Anyway, but you know what I'm saying? This is the time. Like, if you can't any other time, this make this be your time, because there's no way that people do not understand what the fuck they are saying right now. There's no way. We are in the age of internet, and I've been saying for weeks now that these old heads are going to out themselves, and they fucking have. They fucking have. And I'm so sick of all these politicians. I'm so fucking sick of y'all, because I know this is all just engineered. I don't want to be like that, but it's just falling together too quick, like too nicely. Y'all are buying stock in other social medias while simultaneously trying to take down tickle talk. You're trying to use tickle talk as a red herring, when the truth is you just want the power to ban something. Like, it's a lot, and I'm sick of y'all. I'm fucking tired. I am tired. Oh, and I'm gonna keep it a buck with you right now. Actually, thank you for the diversion. We need free therapy. We all, as a whole country, need it.
We need a lot more
We
free
need a
stuff
lot of, we need so much. Like, we were talking in our live, and I have it posted on YouTube, but like, we were talking about the fact that we, like, as millennials, like, if you have your own experience, like, tell us, what did you see when you were growing up? You know what I'm saying? We saw fucking Rodney King get his ass beat. We saw 9/11 happen. You know what I'm saying? We saw Columbine. We saw everything. We saw the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? And then we were trapped inside. We were trapped inside for 3 years. You know what I'm saying? We we have been through a lot. You know what I'm saying? We all need fucking therapy. And what we were also saying is, like, they always say that if, like, I was talking about this TikToker, Madeline Pendleton, I believe their name is, and they were saying that they think the conservative mindset is that they don't think mental health really exists because they're not afraid of it. They think mental health equals being afraid, like some zombies and shit that you see in a fucking plague movie or something, or like the most like
like only
twist.
they, it's like only the like most extreme
Yeah,
example is the real thing.
that, like,
You know,
that's what they think mental
like
health is.
if you're in voice screaming and stripping naked and running down the street, you don't have
Smearing
mental
your
health.
poo on the walls.
Yeah, if you're not really deep in it, it doesn't.
It doesn't
You're
count to
just
them.
you're
You're
just
faking.
bad.
No, they don't even think that. They just think you're lazy. And then or they say that we're all sad. So, did you hear yourself? You're sad too. This affects you too, bro.
Yeah,
Like, they
I
run
hate my job too. Like
yes,
it's
like, well,
normal.
I hate my job too. It's normal. No, why do
Why is that
people
normal?
hate jobs? You know what I'm saying? Or like how so they think mental health looks a certain way. And so when you don't present that way, they think you're faking it. They don't think it's real. And then if it does present that way, that is mental health, mental illness. You know what I'm saying? Or like those people who say that they're I'm just saying we're all affected, and all these people are being affected in the exact same way. You know what I'm saying? They just don't see it that way because they think, and oh, and if you and the fact that so you don't look the part, right? My bad. Let me backtrack. I'm sorry. I was trying to like move on and close, but I have more things to say. Hold on. Like, bear with me, okay? Get some honey and bear with me, okay? But like but like so because you don't present that way, they don't think you have it. So you have to have insurance to have therapy most of the time if you're not able to get it through the government or through the EAP, like, which is like it's just like you get 3 free sessions or something like that, and then after that you have to start paying for it. But if you can afford to do that, that means that you
You're doing all right.
you're doing all right, and you shouldn't
you're not-
have troubles like this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like they think of it as almost in a monetary sense. They think of it in the most extreme senses, and they don't believe it that they too have exactly the same things that we're all like. I have anxiety. I don't want to go to work tomorrow. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to go to work tomorrow. So you have anxiety too, bro. You know what I'm saying? You don't like your job. You don't want to go in, but you're just you're just complacent.
Like you said, amp complicit.
But like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't like, we all need it. You know, I hope somebody can word this to their conservative parents if they're still talking, you know, which I highly would not be doing. But like, you know what I'm saying? But if you are in contact and you feel like you can make a change, like with my own mother, how my mom is making great strides, you know what I'm saying? If you think that you can have this conversation, talk to them about it, see how they think of it. Maybe they're right. It's monetary. They think that if you have the money to go, you have the time to go. That means, you know, you have the resources to go. That means you're well off enough that you can go, and they think that you're faking it when you're not smearing shit on the wall. So they don't think that you're actually mentally ill and you're just making it up when they don't understand it, and they agree with you and say, well, we're all like this. They're running straight into the point and still missing it. And I'm just saying, like, we're all being affected by all of this, and we all deserve free therapy. That's all I was trying to say. I think so. But like, anyway, I'm just saying. Yeah.
Free therapy for all.
For real. But for real, just stop messing with the arm. Oh, cutie. Anyway, but seriously, guys, like, I'm just saying, take a break, take a breath for yourself. Know that you are safe here with me. Thank you for sharing your stories with me in the chat. Thank you so much for just being here and building this community with me. I hope this reaches the right ears. You know what I'm saying? I want to like take pieces of this. I want you to actually cut some of this up so that we can like actually post it to our Vibes and Delights like TikTok while we still have it. You know what I'm saying? Like just in like separate videos, so we can just have like cute stories that like we can saturate the airwaves with cute trans friendly stories. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to see this week. That's what I want to see. Like, cut these videos up so it's like a cohesive story of us not bullshitting and oh. We'll see you next week. We love you so much. Remember to take time for you. You are valid, you are loved. In case nobody told you today, you're special. We love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye. Blue, 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 birds, blue, 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 birds, blue, 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 birds. Bloopers.
Perfect.
You're blacked out. You're so loud. I'm headed for a breakdown.
That's
No,
fine.
chaos. Cut.
Flip it in reverse.
You got to cut it.
It's gorgeous. How's the song go?
What?
Flip it in reverse.
Oh, is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it. It's your flipping there. Boop, boop. I don't even know what they were like. I don't think anybody was supposed to. I think we were all supposed to do like nonsense together, like in the club and shit. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. Man, I wish I was like when that song was hot in the streets, like, you know, when it was like still like just number one and shit like that. Like I
Like
still
coming of age.
Oh my gosh.
Like you missed out.
Yeah, sometimes. Because the 90s looked like they had the coolest fucking clubs and shit to go drink at. Like the dance clubs. The fucking dance floors were top tier. They had like shit to dance on and voguing and shit. Like
I'm sure they still have that.
I'm sure they do, but not around us. It's like, oh, you remember, do you remember really well Steve Star versus the Forces of Evil? There's like this one dance bar. Yeah, remember that dance bar that they used to go to? They used to party at when they would sneak out and stuff. And that was like the last of its kind. Yeah. And then it like shut down and the owner was just like, I'm tired. And then she like the lights came on and she was fucking old and crazy looking. And like I don't know, I wonder like how that would be. Like I would fucking go to that. It would be like in a Gretzko when they did the Bubble Land and it was like the theme park for like the 80s, like the boomers or like the bubble. And like what, that they're gonna make a theme park,
nostalgia
theme parks. I mean, they already have Yesterland in fucking East Texas or whatever the fuck.
Those like old timey reenactment places where they shoot
horses. Oh shit. Damn, that's crazy. And so like, it's only fair that somebody's going to open some retro dance club. Open, like,
a retro mall. Remake a whole like 90s mall.
Oh my gosh.
I would go to that.
I would. Oh man. Oh, I never went there actually. We always had like Orange Julius or something.
Yeah.
Oh man. Or that one like a Chinese food, Asian food like mall.
That food is so good.
Man, I would get all of those freezer. Or Shabaro, the pizza. Dang. I didn't really care for it either, but there's just something about the crust. I just loved the crust. I don't know. And maybe it's the nostalgia of it. Like I wanted Little Caesars and died the next day. Right. Like, maybe there's a reason where maybe we're better off. But no, like all right. That's what her name is. It's my first girl one. Most of the things I own are men. My car, his name is Lars. Huh? Isn't Squirtle a girl? Is Squirtle a girl? Wait, in Pokemon? Like in the show? I thought he was a boy. I thought it was a girl. Are you fucking shitting me? You're a liar. Is Squirtle?
Wait, don't tell him. Tell us in a live react. Is Squirtle a girl or a boy?
Oh no. Someone please tell me. Knows. I'm gonna be at work tomorrow with really bated breath. I'm excited. Right. But anyway, I am obsessed with you. Oh man. And then I'm sorry. I was just
I'm sorry.
Anyway. Wait, what did I say?
I don't know.
That'd be weird as fuck. What?
See the shirt? Wait, there's a hidden message. This side. And this is weird. Look at it. Vagina.
I was not expecting.
Nobody expects vagina.
You so pretty, babe.